All right. Let's go join the others and see how they're feeling.
It would work. Let's do it.
Why, hi,
Hello.
everyone.
Howdy.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone. All right, so the first person who connected is Lear? Charlie?
Nope.
No?
In map tools, not in Discord.
In Map
No.
Tools. In Map Tools. So
Map
I
tools for
believe...
me, it says Syl.
Uh-oh.
Then Zaloog, then chat room, then Charlie.
Oh.
What the?
Well, it says Charlie on mine. You can look on
Yes!
screen. But it's okay. Because I was late, everyone gains inspiration.
Oh,
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Charlie, however, gets a fate die. All right.
Ooh. I don't
Alright.
know what that is, but it sounds good.
Let's begin the session. So, fate die can be used for any die, should you wish to, and you can use to reroll.
Oh?
Alright. So, it works similarly to inspiration. Inspiration, the way it works is you can only have one at a time, and you may use it on any roll that you wish to, and with the roll that you use it on, well, you just take the new score. So, a fate die is just an inspiration, but better because you can have as many as possible.
Okay, so we don't have a second inspiration.
We all have one.
You all have one inspiration.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Except for someone.
Uh-oh.
Because I have a fate die.
Wow. All right.
I'm just going to gloat about that.
Wow. I mean, Zaloog also has one. All right.
What the?
Ooh, got him.
From last session. All right. So, session summary. Last time you entered the town of Polven, you've witnessed a lot of things within the land. I have also placed labels on things to help you out. Yeah. So, just to help you out a little bit. You've since exited the tavern known as Refuge upon having a very awkward confrontation and many, well, fun incidents with the inhabitants of this town. It seems that this town is filled with many, well, adventurers of sorts, and, well, it makes sense because that's what it is. Polven is known as a crossroads town, which you've determined earlier. You have many leads in which that you may choose to follow. It's at this point I leave the room to all of you. This session will be longer than usual, so does anyone need to leave? Like, to go to something at any time?
No.
No?
No, I'm free.
No, I'm pretty good right now.
Alright, sick. Then that means we'll most likely be able to clear it today. Okay. You may move freely.
Alright.
So everything is up to you.
Let's go get that fishing rod.
Let's go do that.
Yes.
The way.
Alright, if you want a fishing rod, you may go to the Emporium. Shall I take you there?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Here we go. One moment. I have some ambience, which I should have been playing. One moment. I will just be playing this. Okay. Alright. You come across a building larger than most of the buildings that you saw before. The building itself seems to be made with, well, not great craftsmanship, but whatever it was made of, it seems to be made out of sturdy material. The doors and the windows themselves are barred heavily. It seems that not only are they made from steel, but they are reinforced deeply within the concrete on the floor. The walls, although they may appear wooden, seem to be enchanted of some sort from the perceptive of you. Inside, you hear a woman humming to herself and pages flickering, drawers opening, closing, writing, scribbling, and just the general clunkiness moving around as they are humming inside. The door is open and it says, well, the Emporium is open.
This time, I won't be stopped.
Alright, Syl'sae.
Ha!
You all enter beautifully, and a woman that you've met earlier seems to make themselves visible to you as she comes from behind the bench. Oh, Why, hey, y'all. How's it going?
Oh,
Hello.
Good day, Eliza.
Oh, well, it's good to... Oh, hold on. What the... It's good to see all of y'all. I'm just cleaning up some stuff. I just opened for the day. It's about lunchtime now, so I'm glad y'all could come and join me. Perhaps you'd be interested in a... ballista?
No.
Guys.
I
Here
don't
for a
think
fishing
so.
rod.
Yeah. One of those.
Understood.
Now, Zaloog, you could fish with a ballista if you're brave enough.
You could fish with anything if you're brave enough, really. Fish with your teeth. With your friend as the hook.
Alright.
We did that.
Well, I did my best to try and sell y'all kind of that thing. So what'll it be then? Just a fishing rod?
Yeah, for me, just a fishing rod.
One for me as well.
Two
What
fishing
what
rods?
kind of-
That's it?
What kind of Sorry, go ahead.
What kind of what?
No, I was gonna ask Flabson.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What else is being sold here generally? Like what we can see essentially. Like there's a loot over there. There's an anchor there.
Everything.
weaponry and whatnot.
Eliza is a collector of sorts, and essentially how Eliza works is that if you bring something to her, she will buy it off of you. And most of the time, people bring in things. Fun fact, Eliza actually has some strange things that she has in store, if you have the money. One moment, please, as I get that list up, just in case.
I don't think it's the case, but there aren't any reach bludgeoning weapons, are there?
There are. Well, not reach bludgeoning, but you can get well, I think flail, but like more. There are things that you can get made, but that requires someone else. Eliza will have things similar to it, but it's not. It's not completely official. Give me a moment, please.
All right.
If you just forget to sharpen your glaive, it goes blunt enough, it could be bludgeoning.
Oh, there you go.
Syl'sae would never.
You just
Syl'sae, I would never.
slap the spaghetti on the screen. Okay, we're back. All right, I have the list up available. Eliza has almost everything here. Should you wish to have a look around and get them, I will send you all a list. All right. I will send all of you a list of which you can go and peruse through, should you wish to. So, most of those things Eliza has, but a good example of things she wouldn't have would be exotic animals or animals of any sort. There is, however, an animal breeder in the town. So, just,
Is he?
two fishing
Cutting out
rods?
for
Yes.
anybody
Cutting
else?
out, Fleb.
Sorry?
You've cut out quite a bit, Flab.
Oh, God. Alright, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Where is it? Where is it? Where's the thing? Give me a second.
Now I can hear him.
Hold on. I'm disabling my interwebs.
Oh, no.
Also, apologies. I don't see any.
Alright.
Am I
Sorry,
am I a
any-
goofy goober?
What?
Am I a goofy
It's on the-
goober? I'm not.
the tab's
I
on the
don't
bottom.
see- Where?
The tabs are on the bottom, so you can have a look and swing through them.
Oh, it works like that.
I apologize.
Okay.
I'll have to be right back for about 10 minutes. Is that alright?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 5
That's
minutes.
okay.
As you peruse through the shopping list.
For sure.
Yeah? Alright.
All right. I'm gonna play this stuff up. It's gonna be pretty good. Let's go. All right.
Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117,
I see there's fishing tackle, and it's like gold.
Gold fishing tackle?
It's worth
One
it.
gold for a fishing tackle. I'm gonna get one.
Sick.
Monster Hunters pack, 33 gold. I want to.
I want a +3 fishing rod.
I want a. I want an insect glaive, please.
Insect glaive sounds legit.
Can I get a switch axe or a charge blade, please, for 1 gold?
Charge blade was the one with the shield, with the sword and shield that became the axe, was it? That's the best one. It's the best one, dude.
That's the fighting
No
game
doubt.
weapon with the combos.
Ooh, a two-person tent.
I was just about to say. Oh, Cluedo.
Oh my.
Pitching for a 2-person tent with me.
Wow.
Shoot, there's a lot of stuff.
There really are a lot of things.
So we
here.
should, if we can get anything, bring it back here if we want to make some cash.
That's true.
I'm gonna sell her my pet mouse.
Oh my god. Scythe, dude. Oh no. She has a scythe here. Oh no.
She has a whip.
The
That's pretty-
edge. Oh. Ooh, a whip too.
Oh, the exotic. Holy smokes.
Inky.
You can
There's
buy a
so
what?
many exotic weapons.
Pig.
You can buy a pig.
Buy a pig for 3 gold.
Oh my god, dude.
I like how there's a tab at the end of the list. It's just large black square.
Oh, dude.
Can we buy that?
There's pets in mount-
Dabarakian Claymore, bro.
How does she have-
Heavy. Reach. Two-handed. Special. Requires 17 strength. You know how much strength I have?
Somebody get
17 strength.
That's
so I can get
how
a
much?
fucking
100
dolphin.
gold. Oh,
Oof.
I gotta save.
Do want. Can't deny.
Oh.
Seems legit,
You
man.
can buy a giant sea eel.
Wait. I need 150 gold right now.
For
I
what?
need.
2,500.
Charlie's gonna become a weeb. I need 2 katanas stat.
Dude,
He's
fuck
gonna
you,
be a
I need
Tia
2,000. I want a velociraptor.
Oh god, I
is so
just saw that.
10,000
Dude,
for a
you
griffin.
need
I'm
prestige
buying
for
it.
that. You need
I will
prestige
get
for
as
these.
much prestige as I need. I want
Oh,
a fucking
God.
griffin.
Quetzalcoatlus. Oh,
Quetzalcoatl.
no.
I want all of it.
Saurus. They have a Leopardon.
Probably.
A sled. We should go sledding, dude.
The sled of Mount. Oh no, it's a flying squirrel.
So,
Oh,
Dude, an ox is only 100 gold. Let's go.
dude.
yo, the ox will pay for itself in
Absolutely.
no time, bro.
Wait, how big is the spider that's for sale? Because I don't want to buy just a regular spider for 25
I want a
gold.
super spider, dude. I want a super spider. Can
Like
take
you get a
some
daddy
hits.
long legs. It's the size of
Bruh.
a regular daddy long leg. That'll be 25 gold. That's so good.
Dragon chest set. That's fun.
Oh, a cart. We could buy a cart.
We can, yeah.
Charlie has enough gold on hand to buy a cart.
A flying squirrel. My problem with like pet-sized animals is that I lose track of them all the time. Like horses, squirrels, dogs. In games like this, I lose track.
My
No
pet
good.
mouse is probably dead. Don't even worry.
God, dude. Feels
He's
bad.
not
Just
leaving my
the
pocket.
aura off of those three, the 3 dudes just killed your mouse straight up.
Oh, yeah, just because they're dicks, absolutely.
Just the douche aura coming off of them. A power that I wish I had in real life. To stay away from me, aura.
Healer's kit. Do we have anyone who's keeping any healer's kits?
Nope.
I doubt I am.
We got lay on hands. We don't need healers, kid.
All right, I have returned.
Hello.
Okay.
Welcome back.
All right. Sorry, just had to take a very important phone call. All right. So, what have you decided on now
We'll
that you've
take
seen what's
5
available?
velociraptors.
5 velociraptors.
Wow.
1 for each of us, and then an extra for fun.
Yeah.
What
for
was the reaction when you saw that? Yo, there's a velociraptor.
Yes.
I think one of them said, "I need 100 gold for that." I'm like, "Fuck that! I wouldn't fuck. Give me 2,000 for a velociraptor."
Guys, how much money do we have?
like 20
Like
gold.
6.
There we go.
The only question is the spider like a mount-sized spider, or is it like a Black Widow-sized spider? Because 25 gold is either a great deal or a terrible one.
Where's the spider?
It's under the pets.
Regular pets and mounts.
It's the same price as a sheep or a seal. So.
Exclusive mountable, no.
Oh.
It is so if you look at the 5e tools bestiary, the spider that is provided to you.
Spider.
No. The spider itself has spider climb, web sense, web walker. It can attack on its own. It's got very low HP, but pretty much just an extra thing that you can do.
That thing's gonna get stabbed and die.
Yeah, so if it is your pet, some spiders do
Tiny
have
bee.
intelligence. If you form a bond with it, you know? Well, it's actually not too tiny. Armor
True.
class
That would-
12, 8.1. It's
1-foot
slightly
across.
larger, like it would be like a tarantula.
I would leave a 1-foot across spider alone.
As would I. As would I. All right.
I'll tell you the one thing that really caught my eye.
Mhm.
That Dabarakian Claymore, man.
Mhm.
Literally perfect.
You want to claim more? I want
Jeez.
to fucking. I want back.
So
pants.
I will preference and say that this is the Verum shopping list. So a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
can
these
see,
things
yeah.
don't make sense.
Yeah,
I
we just gotta
understood, yeah.
find-
Yeah. Just because it's
a
a great resource.
Flabberrakian Claymore.
Oh
It's
God.
a really good resource.
Sweet
Wait, what
God,
was
heaven
this?
above.
Okay,
The
how much
Flabberrakian
psychic damage
Claymore.
do I take for saying that?
None. It's fine.
Correct.
All right. Well, should you wish to go shopping, Eliza will be happy to tend to you. So we can just do it, just exchange between you and I, well, all of us together. Or if you have any questions in roleplay, just feel free to throw them over to Eliza, and she'll be happy to answer them for you.
Okay.
Do you have any flutes?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, what kind do you want? I got different types of wood, different types of prices.
That's so like you.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but all right. I'm happy.
That is
This
so
is
like
standard
you.
with
But
one
I was talking to Orion.
Oh, okay.
He seems like a fluty kind of lad.
Oh, geez. Well, that's a little mean, don't you think?
What?
Just gonna
Flutes
keep
are a
it up.
fine instrument, and liking to play them is nice.
Oh, good lord, all right.
She has no ulterior motives with what she said. She thinks that the flute is a nice instrument and that those who play it are pretty cool. He seems like a flute lad.
All right. Eliza
It's a
looks
cute instrument.
Eliza gives you what is known as a weird champ in the industry. All right. So, well, you just want one flute?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, here you go. It's just 2 gold.
And he will pass the 2 gold.
All right. You may reflect that in your sheet. Please add flute to your inventory.
Thank you kindly.
Congratulations. You have now a nice getting it. Oh, okay. The flute that you were given is quite beautiful, in fact. There seems to be some not ivory, but as you gaze upon it, it seems to be maple with bone accents on it. The bone of which is made from most likely a bull or a cow, as opposed to an elephant. Okay. It is a very beautiful flute.
If I may, I will take 1 set of fishing tackle and 1 dragon chest set.
Oh.
He looks at Zaloog.
All right. Well, dragon chest sets. Give me 1 moment. I'm gonna have to go into the back to grab some of those. But you said some fishing tackle?
Yes, please.
An extra one for me too.
Oh, all right, all right. Where's that on the shopping list, by the way? Adventuring gear.
The-
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the chess set was on the.
Chest set is 1 gold from what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
A moment, and the fishing tackle is. Oh, good lord.
It's 1 gold as well.
Yeah. I believe the tackle comes with everything.
Like a pole and everything as well.
Yeah, pole and everything.
Okay.
So it is a large pack, so keep that in mind. All right.
Okay.
So you're looking for 1 dragon chest set and 1 fishing tackle each. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, 1 moment, please. All right, and she comes back. In hand, she carries 2 large bags of 2 fishing tackle sets, and then a smaller bag on the side with a dragon chest set. She says that, now, I got a couple of these, but they're all made from different types of wood.
What do you think, Zaloog? I'm going to be playing you probably for the most part.
Don't really have an opinion. Up to you.
You think? Quick aside. You think Syl has any insight on that from her time on the on a ship?
Chess is not very popular on ships, that's for sure, but amongst scholars and particularly amongst scholars and what are they called? I can't remember it.
Nobles?
Enthusiasts?
Nobles actually hate chess for a specific reason, but enthusiasts, yes, but there's an extra thing I can't remember. It was clerics, scholars, and it will come later into mind. But chess is not very popular because it keeps falling over on the ships. It can be played on docks, but not really played by people that actually explore ships. That's something that you've seen. You're more suited to card games, dice, and things like that, which Eliza also has, if you wish to get a set of dice. But otherwise, the board that she is offering you is made very, very simply. Just, it doesn't have any bone accents, but it is carved simply, and everything is there, everything is present. And then she goes, and if you need a chess clock, well, you can always talk to, oh my god, I'm choking, I apologize.
Oh god.
Gosh. You can always talk to Billabrack.
I'll keep that in mind. I don't think I'm quite skilled enough to be timed yet, though.
Oh, well, I can't even play chess, so I just know that Luca says that only real people play with time, and I don't really know what that means.
He's probably not wrong, but I'll just take the chess set, please.
Oh, yeah, well, of course. 2 gold your way, please, so reflect that in your character sheet, Lear, and hand you, just on the table, there's a fish and tackle set, and to you, Zaloog,
Place go on the counter.
all right.
She's so expressive.
Please reflect that in your sheet. All right, and well, hi. I've never heard any of your names actually. I do apologize for my rudeness. My name's
Quite
Eliza.
alright.
What's yours?
A pleasure. My name is Syl'sae Lula.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that name before. Lula
It's
does sound a
foreign.
little familiar though.
Oh dear. Mm.
Never mind. That's hula. Never mind.
She wipes some sweat from her brow.
I don't really meet much sun elves, so I can't really say much about that.
Not a lot of them are like me.
Oh, geez. Well, there is one other sun elf in town. She's cooking in the kitchen with Caprice.
Oh. That's a back pocket thing.
Well,
So-
she's very nice, but yeah, she's training someone at the moment. So yeah, you just say hi to Kaya for me later.
Of course.
Would you like anything, Syl'sae?
Info regarding the lovely sword there. What is it? What is the
Well,
the,
which
the
one?
claymore that I was thinking about?
There's lots
She
of
points
things.
at the Dabaraki.
No. None of that's in the front room.
It's not in the front room.
No.
Okay,
no.
so she wouldn't have mentioned it.
No.
She would have said
The
instead.
Good stuff is at the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
she doesn't really want to bother Eliza with that.
Yeah, that's okay.
I guess she will point at a sword,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll just say, "Does that one have a story?"
Which one?
She points to. How do you do it again?
Spacebar.
Spacebar. Hold on, I'm in something else here.
Oh, good. That
That
one.
one.
She says that these are just these ones are just kind of for display for me to show the grindstones if you wish to purchase your own. So let me grab it for you. She grabs the swords and brings it to you, and you can kind of see that this one is your stock standard. There's like people most likely train with these. It's not completely sharpened all the way through, but it can be with a good enough hand. It's very basic, and it seems that it's kept basic so that should you wish to engrave it on your own or get anything's part of it, runic enchantments and the like, it is a stocky blade that you can use as a base for anything. It seems that most of the things here are shown as such.
She seems to be quickly bored with the weapon, and then she looks at this bad boy right here.
All right. She says that, oh, you're interested in that thing?
Yes.
Can you play?
Doubt it.
Oh,
But it'd be fun.
you know what? You're absolutely right. Would you like it?
How much for the thing?
All right, one moment, please. Oh, geez. All right. So that one is not necessarily a lute. That one is actually that one is actually a banjo.
A banjo.
It's a banjo, not a lute.
Ooh, perfect.
The banjo will be 35 gold pieces,
Oh,
as it is a fine make.
it's a fine make, huh?
If you wish to, at the end of your adventure, you may purchase it. Do you wish for Eliza to leave it on the side for you?
Syl'sae will say, I would love for it to be held for me. I just don't want to hold anyone else from getting it. It would be a shame
All
if
right,
someone who could
well-
actually use it couldn't get it.
Well, it's been there for maybe 5 days at the moment since someone brought it in. Look, if you how about I give it a week? I'll hold it for a week for you, and when you're finished with whatever you're doing, we'll come back and grab it.
Sounds like a plan. I did want
Nice
to have a
souvenir
bit of a duet
from-
with our friend there, fluting away, but I guess I'll just have to listen.
All
What a
right.
shame.
That's
It would be an
all right.
excellent souvenir from our fishing trip.
Really would.
By
would
all
be fine
means,
for a drop
absolutely
back.
would.
Backdrop as well. Oh well. She ponders for a moment. You have a standard, any standard potions, or is it all equipment and such here?
No, of course we actually we don't store any potions in here. If you want potions, you're gonna have to go to Herb Stomp.
That's what I thought. I was just curious. You seem to have a few odds and ends. Ballista to traps to a banjo and an anchor. There's just so many things.
Yes,
I
we
wanted to
have.
test it out.
Well, would you like to test out the anchor, the banjo? Which one did you want to test?
Have you seen anyone ever use an anchor for battle?
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. Isaac uses one.
What, really?
Yeah, he what's it called? He's very powerful when he uses his anchor. Although he prefers a different type of weapon nowadays, but before he used to use a beautiful two-handed anchor.
Well, you see,
Freaking
now I'm very interested.
Isaac
You
is a
make
very
things
strong
difficult.
man.
I don't think I would want to cross blades with him.
You
Maybe I
absolutely do
do.
not want to fight Isaac. I would piss myself.
Sounds like an adventure. I'll think about it. Anyway, I think I'm fine for spending today.
All right. Did you buy anything?
No, no, she didn't buy anything. Personally, I can't necessarily
I've
think of
spent enough
anything to
for
get. It's just that I was interested in the instrument, and it's more expensive than I'm willing to pay. So, like, I'm more inclined to spend gold on something that might help if we
We
need
just
it.
walked
The rest
by
of
a
us.
buffet and said, "I'm stuffed," without eating anything.
She does. Listen, she's an elf, okay? She does this sort of thing. It's normal for her.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Window shopping?
She window shops, so she doesn't necessarily shop.
Eliza, is there any time during the day where Refuge is less busy? We would love to go and have a word with Luca when he's not trying to take care of hundreds of people at
Now's
once.
a good time, actually. I had to leave.
Well, then, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Is there a time that it's going to pick up again that we should not try to have a conversation with him while he's very busy?
Most likely dinner. So, like, from about 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., it gets pretty bad. But now's a really good time. I think the only person who really hangs around there is Billabrack because, well, Billabrack's kind of lonely, but he likes selling watches, so that's a nice thing.
We have learned that he likes selling watches.
I can
He's
see that you bought one.
He's very pleasant.
Which one of you bought one? Was it Orion?
It was Orion.
Yeah,
It was Orion, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And she says that, well, I'm really glad. His stuff is actually quite high quality, I will have to say.
I could see that too.
Very
Alright.
beautiful.
Well, please don't let me hold you. If you want to go to Refuge, by all means. I'm glad I was able to help you today.
Thank you for your excellent service, Eliza.
It's no problem. Well, y'all go ahead. I'm just cleaning.
One last question, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Can you tell me anything about the person who owned this flute before me?
Please hand it over for a little bit to Eliza.
No, you pass.
Okay. She's gonna be like, alright, one moment. I'm gonna grab the receipt from the back. She's gonna be gone for a little bit.
Just think, some of these equipments and such could have been in the hands of some excellent combatants, glorious warriors.
The story.
Alright, so this guy fucking died.
Oh,
She turns the receipt around from the handmade letter from their friend. It says that, I didn't say that. See, look, it says here. And in poor handwriting written by someone named Bilgala, who is a bard of some sorts with terrible handwriting, says that my party member fucking died. How much can I get for this?
How long ago did they die? Do you know, like, how long ago was it turned in?
This one was 1 month ago.
Wow. Okay, well, at least that gives it time to debacterialize.
Oh, no. I make sure to clean everything. Don't you worry. And the sisters actually clean for me. So there's not a speck of dust on them.
very good. They're very diligent.
Yes. I have to sell high quality stuff or I won't make a living. And I only accept high quality stuff as well. I've got too much of the basic shit. I'm just glad we're finally getting packages again. One moment, please.
No problem.
Syl will say, a bard with terrible penmanship? Is that normal?
I don't think I've ever had good penmanship myself, so I can't judge.
Alright, I'm back. Alright.
I think you're a scholarly lad.
Alright, well.
You can take that.
What? Sorry?
Sorry, they're not conversating.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. She kindly shifts the flute back to you.
He'll take it with a smile.
Oh.
And thank her again.
Excellent. She smiles.
I'll let you get back to what you're doing. Thank you very much.
As you hand as she hands the flute back to you, you notice that she has a very beautiful, diamond and opal ring.
Come on.
Ooh.
She seems to be married or engaged.
Okay.
And you know who it is too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He
Alright.
really. She points to the ring and she says, he went all out,
It says that what?
He went all out.
Oh yeah,
With
this
that-
ring. Yeah, this ring's pretty cool, huh? It's made of argentum.
Very beautiful.
So for those that you don't know, in the world, argentum is the rarest metal in the world. In all of Ayuden.
Damn.
Aside from ones you'd find in outer space, but that's something for another time.
That's beyond That's literally beyond our horizons at the moment.
Yep.
Argentum is a girl's best friend.
Nice.
Good lord. All right. She says, if there's anything, I'm gonna be open. I'm just gonna be handling a little bit of customers as they come in through the afternoon. That's when most people are done with their duties and missions.
Thank you very kindly.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
And exit.
All right. Where would you like me to take you all?
I think the farm is probably the next place we should go.
All right, I'll
You
take
guys-
you all to the
Canada,
farm.
please.
Here we go.
Oh wait, actually, did you guys want to go to Refuge? Should we talk to the members?
That is a thing, yeah. If we
we
pass
stop
by
and
there,
grab
so
refuge
we
and stuff.
better do that.
Yeah, let's-
where are we going?
Refuge, probably.
Refuge,
Probably
100% refuge.
refuge and
Bop.
discuss if
All
we want
right.
to split up or not.
Bop.
Yeah, sure, we could split up.
We could.
This is a safe
If
place
everyone's
if
cool
you
with
wish
it.
to. For the moment.
Charlie and Zaloog, I think, kind of got the lead for the farm.
All right, go ahead.
So we could go do that while you guys talk to Luca.
Team up.
Shall be done.
If that's cool with
All
everyone.
right, so I'm gonna go over this
Bye.
first. As you come over the farm, you're gonna
Goodbye.
notice something very, very peculiar. As people are picking oranges from these trees. Oh my gosh! I opened Word.
Ah.
Ah,
Mm.
Word document. Yes. All right, and an old woman, wearing a nice blue shawl, and a large, absolutely large, hulking man. Well, not hulking, more of he's round. He's a large fella. Are picking oranges from the trees,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just happily putting them down. There's several boxes filled at this moment. It seems that they're getting a good harvest. Do oranges grow at this time of year? Probably not, but that's what they're doing.
Sorcery.
Sorcery. Witchcraft.
Alright, so they're happily picking them and grabbing them. And it seems that they're about halfway through. Although it doesn't show on the screen, there are several... It is a large orchard.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Zaloog. Emro said to find someone named Pill at the farm, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Do you think it's either of those two people over there?
Why not ask?
Let's do it.
Is there a gate anywhere that we can walk
That
through?
is
all
a
fence?
short fence.
Okay, you just hop over it.
Well, okay.
Or is it? Oh, I see. There's an opening down below we could walk to.
Yeah, but otherwise, they can see you and you can see them. They're just working.
Yeah.
Both of you are very tall people, so you can see over it.
We can just talk to them from here. That's true.
Hello
Yeah,
there.
Absolutely. Oh, hey. How's it going?
We're looking for somebody named Pill.
Oh, hey, that's me. Oh,
Well, we found him.
hello, dearies. How
It's
can
me.
I help you?
We're looking to go fishing, and we're wondering if there's any quiet area with no people around, where we wouldn't be disturbed.
Unfortunately,
Yes,
you're going to
Emerald,
find so many of those. Well, you better start down there, behind our house. Generally, Eliza, generally the sister's place is the most, well, it's the quietest. But you have to be careful about touching the mushrooms. You don't want to get sick now, do you?
Of course not.
Well, just down the road then. We're just going to be doing our harvest.
Everyone. Emro actually sent us and said we could get some hot information from Pill there. Said that he's got some quite good info on some people that went fishing before.
She says, "Who's Emro?"
Oh, Emro is she's a little entrepreneur that sent us this way.
Oh, well, I haven't seen the new people. Emro, huh? Okay, well, what are you looking for? Oh, sorry. What are you looking for?
That was Emerald's voice.
I know.
I was very scared for a
Yeah.
second.
My apologies. She goes, well, what are you looking for?
We just wanted to know if there was any hot spots around here. There seemed to be a little rumor going on that we could get info and maybe
rumors.
find
Oh, I do love a good spicy rumor. Come, we must take a break from our oranges. Okay. Pill, he just sits down and thonks on the floor. We're like, okay, what would you like to talk about?
Well, as you can see, we both have, well, keep it on the down low, please. We're here for a fishing tournament that's upcoming, and as you can see, we both have equipment with us, and we were trying to find some good info, get a leg up on the competition.
I don't even know any of those competitions. I'm quite surprised. She immediately believes you. She says that. Well, it's a good thing that Bong's not here or you'd all lose.
Yes, I've definitely heard of him, and we definitely would lose quite handily.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
Well, is that it?
Well, if Pill has any information, we will send this way, but if not,
What?
then that's fine.
Pill, do you know these men? No. I don't know how he can help you.
Well, Zaloog, how can he help us?
Well, I mean, if you've seen any other groups around that look like they were fishing, if we could get a general description of them, that'd be good.
There's nobody fishing here, as you can see down the road. Look. And as you
Or
gaze
anyone that
down,
went down the river.
no one is fishing. And she says that, well, you don't really go down the river. There's nothing there. Nothing but just blank forest. If you want to be attacked by just wolves, then by all means. But it's not worth disturbing them. They're very kind. Alright. Sorry. Alright, there we go. And Pills just seems to be like dozing off. She says that, what do you want from Pill? Pillow?
Sorry, my daughter interrupted.
Oh,
for a second.
that's fine. Pillow? Pillow? Pillow's now asleep. Oh, what the? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh. There we go. Alright, he seems to be asleep on the floor. Oh dear. Is there something else I could perhaps help you with?
Zaloog, do you have anything you'd like to ask her?
No, it seems like we got everything we need.
Well, it seems that there's something on your mind. Oh, I would not want to leave you boys without any assistance. That's why we're here. Is there something you really need? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh, sweet. Oh, dear. Oh. Well, perhaps, is there something you need?
I believe that's all the information that we require for now. But we'll keep you in mind if anything comes up. If you have any rumors, of course, I love a spicy one as well.
I know everything in here.
What's the juiciest gossip you've got?
Oh, no, I can't give you that one. Oh, sorry.
The second juiciest.
I can't give you that one. I can't give you that one either. Everything comes at a price.
Yes, it certainly does.
And be like, well, if you want some rumors, well, why don't you help us finish the orchard and picking all the oranges? By then we'd be able to finish by the end of today. You both seem like very able men.
I have no issue with helping.
Oh, by all means, come, jump over the fence. And this one seems to have fallen asleep, but I believe that all of you would be able to help out. Yes? What?
Physical labor?
Stares at your refined physique, and she says that, well, yes, it seems you've honed your body to accept the rapier.
It's true, but not through physical labor, more training. But I suppose we could
That's the
give it a
same
shot.
thing. It takes many years to be able to learn how to hold a rapier properly.
Tomato, tomati.
If you want to use them, you can slice off the small branches on the stems, and that would work more fine.
Let's give it... Oh, my man. Let's give it a whirl, and
Oh,
promise
yes.
me the juiciest rumor that you can possibly share. We'll find that middle ground, yes?
That one's going to be expensive, but if you have something specific you want, of course I'll be able to help out. Some secrets in this town must never be known. Now come! We must get some oranges. Alright. Back in refuge. Oh, and this one brought one from me. Oh, he's so wonderful. Oh. He says that. Well, I'm glad you bought something.
Me too. It's very beautiful. And he'll pick it up and show him.
He's hugging you already.
Okay.
He says that, well, I bought one too, but mine's at home. I'm sorry, I can't wear it at work. It's a little too good. Unless you got something that can be a little beat up, Billy Brack. And he says that. Of course. Yes, I can make anything for you. All right, Bill Brack. I'd be happy to. Oh! He tries to jump over and hug him through the bench, and he just shoves the bread in his face. Eat. All right. It's awful quiet in here, but well, how can I help all of y'all? The people within refuge are exactly as is. There's no one extra. There just seems to still be movement in the kitchen, but as a result of the quiet time, they are all going to leave and take a break for the day. They're gonna all come out together.
Not...
One moment.
Oh.
All right. There we go.
He's cute.
Sorry. Sorry. All right. He says, all right, Luca, I'm gonna take a break. All right, man. You're gonna stay safe. He's just gonna hop over and just jump back in that chair. It's just that. Come now, Volnare. Let's eat. And Volnare sheepishly goes to sit down. All right. Well, I can finally take a rest too. So at this point, you see Luca sits down, and you realize he's missing a leg. And he just simply rests, and he goes,
aside from his missing leg, I'm going to assume that his physique is pretty good for beating the crap out of people.
His
speaking.
physique is actually quite... He's built, but he's actually surprisingly slim. but it seems that there is a strength within him you cannot explain. A martial check would be able to reveal something about him.
Let's give it a go. Martial check.
Okay.
Hey,
21's gonna reveal quite a lot.
someone got something good.
What would you like to know?
He's so good at those.
Just whatever you're gonna reveal about him, I guess.
Okay. Luca is a... he seems to have a body that's built for a rogue, but his strength may lie in something else. His hands have calluses where it seems to be carrying 2 heavy weapons, from what you can see. Most likely, something far heavier than a longsword is resting within his hands, as they are both quite dented. It is not from working in bartending, but something else. Other than that, I can tell you off the beat that he is a high-level NPC. Very high level.
Wonderful.
I wanted to say thank you for earlier.
Oh, it's oh God, I'm sorry. I had a custard
Okay.
earlier. A custard doesn't fit well with me. Sorry. All right. It's no problem. A lot of people come into this town, and especially those 3 that just came about a week ago. It's been tough with them around. So,
Have they stirred up any other trouble elsewhere?
well, of course they have, but well, they're not going to scare anyone away from us.
I'm not fond of that kind of troublemaker. I hope they don't get into too much nonsense and bother anyone.
They're not gonna kill anyone, at least in Refuge, or anywhere in Polven for that fact. I've got my eye on them. Now, you're not here to clear out that cave, so why are you here?
Well, we were all traveling together. We've met up pretty recently, but it's better to stay safe in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And passing through for the most part.
All right.
Yes. I'm really fond of those lads. They're all very nice.
One moment, please. All right. All right, thank God. All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
One moment. All right, go ahead. Try and beat that. Deception.
What?
go.
What? A deception?
Yep.
And as far as I'm concerned, she likes them. Honestly.
No, not that. About why you're here.
Not you. About why?
Yeah.
Good luck.
And Orion.
Can I burn a lucky on that?
Of course you can roll a lucky on that.
Do it, man.
Unfortunate.
Damn.
Trying to think if I want to do another.
All right, Deception 20.
Well.
Very good. However, it seems that your counterpart has failed you. Your conviction is very good.
One more lucky.
Oh. All right.
We just.
He's too
Please.
pure.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
I got one more. Do I do it?
Don't. If it please you, brother.
If it pleases you. You still have an inspiration point if you wish to use it on this.
That's also true.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just go for the inspiration.
All right.
Wonderful.
Oh my god.
And just for the very last, let's just
sweating
go
harder
for
and
the
harder.
last lucky.
Wow.
Oh my
Great.
Just the Key and Peele gif where he's just got water pouring down his face.
You're,
Oh my God.
in character with the amount of lucky you're using, it seems that you're winking back and forth with both eyes. Luca.
Wink.
Syl'sae is very convicted and they believe, but it seems that your counterpart is sweating. It seems that Orion does not lie very often.
No.
Crap.
Luca just says, it's okay. You're surrounded by safe people here. I can see that. Oh geez. You don't stop winking at me. You're just going bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Orion, calm down. It's like you jumped into the sea.
All right, now, well,
Hey, a lot of stuff happened.
I can see from the petals on you that you don't have any. So it seems that you're most likely trying to, if you ain't killing something at that level, you're most likely looking for something. At least let me help out. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to think how I'm willing to word this. I don't want to lie because for my luck.
Take this and stop sweating so much. You owe me a new handkerchief, by the way.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, Liza sells handkerchiefs. They're made by a very special friend we met. They are
Actually,
knitted,
that sounds
though,
wonderful.
as opposed to embroidered. You can get a couple of coasters. Yeah, bless their soul.
She's like, she looks up towards the ceiling, pondering, because she used to be a pretty heavy drinker when she was on a boat.
Coasters are very nice.
Seems like a good idea. So many back and forth trips, however. We were here, and then we'll be there. We were already there before we came here, then I'm going back there again. It's fun for the cardio, at least. Anyway, how'd you lose your leg?
Oh, well. Monster got me. It got me pretty good.
Something got you pretty good?
Yep. I got caught.
I definitely don't want to encounter anything that could have gotten you pretty good.
Well, thank you for the compliment. But,
You're welcome.
you seem to have deflected away from the conversation.
A little, yes.
Well, tell
Not
me why you're
necessarily.
here. At least let me help you out. Maybe you can get a couple of petals on the way with my help.
I'm assuming we can use stuff from our backstory, right?
Sorry?
I'm assuming we can use, like, things from our backstory, right?
Of course you can.
Yeah, I have been.
Okay. So, if we can keep this between us, a long time ago, I lost my family. And I'm searching for the people who might have done it. Like, killed them when I was little.
Jeez.
And I was wondering how many people, like, maybe you've seen come through. I don't have any description, but maybe any higher powered people might. I don't know if that helps any.
One moment, please. All right. Well, there's a lot of powerful people that come through this town, son. And not all of them are friendly. Especially not those three over there, but those three over there at least have a little bit of conviction. They're not gonna kill without
Are we
reason.
losing them again?
Oh, jeez. Hello? Alright, hello? Hello? My God.
We got you. You're back. You're back.
My God. Alright.
You're back now, yes.
He says that he wouldn't kill what's it called? People come into this town and they wouldn't kill without reason. Many of the people here that come are very kind. We do get a couple of drunkards, but they're quite fun. If anyone's pretty bad, we just kind of kick them out or we leave them. coast to get picked up or something. Too many people come in here. Too many people come and leave. If you're looking for someone that did it, you're gonna have to tell me about what kind of did it to them. Do you remember what happened to your family when you came home, or no?
He would not remember any like actual descriptions. It was very young.
You were young.
Yeah.
All right, I can give you something. All right, Orion.
Just maybe if you've seen anybody with bad intention besides those last three.
Luca is thinking. I can't really think of anyone else at the moment. Well,
Thank you, though.
as far as I'm aware, well, Pina knows everything and everyone that comes by, but as for someone that would hurt anyone, everyone always needs a good drink.
So they'd be likely to come by here and you'd have seen them. I didn't know about this, Orion.
I don't particularly like to
talk
it.
about it.
Orion will look at his ring and try not to cry.
Alright, Orion, I'm gonna get you to make a history check on your own history if you can recall information, because now I can give it to you. You may do so with advantage. Go ahead and roll again.
That's not what I wanted. Oops.
Oh,
no,
I'll
that's
take a
bad.
16 plus
You
2,
rolled.
so that'll be 18.
Yeah.
Alright, very good.
18. Nice.
Alrighty.
I clicked too fast. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Alright, so 18. Alright. Your family... Oh god. It wasn't just your family, it was your family home that disappeared. Most likely it was difficult to find where your family was, and maybe it was a case of you got lost, but there was one telltale factor when you arrived home. When you arrived home, it seemed that everything was gone. Like, not destroyed, just almost disappeared. As you were going through all of those things, it honestly seemed that maybe you just misplaced where you did and you just weren't going home at the right moment growing up in the mountains. But when you actually got home, the one telltale factor that you always knew is that where your father would, well, hang his apron when he was done at the end of the day, and it was still on a fence. Your parents, as you observed a little further, as you looked at the ground, there seemed to be some red liquids on the floor. Blood that you can tell from your father growing up, and as your family would cook meals, like sometimes they'd slaughter a lamb or even a hog at times, even just cutting beef on the tabletop. You know that this was blood, but you don't know whose blood it was. Hold on, sorry. I have to bonk someone.
Okay.
Alright. Alright.
I don't think any of that
Here we
would
go.
really.
Orion?
Yep.
The way things are for you is that you don't know what took your family away or what happened, but I will tell you something. It seems that the stones that you grew up with and you played around with, moving around on the mountains, they seem to just not feel right. It feels like And as you looked at them, as you uncovered the snow from them, patting them off, I actually had to clean something off my table, so that's actually pretty good. That's timing.
Pretty good. Sick.
As you move the snow to the side, you just simply feel confused. Why are the stones twisted? That's the memory that you're left with as the snow begins to blanket what was your old home. You go to a relative. They try and investigate, and they don't know what happened either. You live your life in a mystery, knowing that the only things that you have left are your father's apron and twisted stones and a house without any remnants. That's what you get for 18. All right.
Holy crap.
You're right, bud. Orion is just remembering the times he had.
He's just staring, blank-faced.
Yeah, he says that. Well, we can have a conversation while he's reminiscing about his life. So, your hands seem like they've known a rope. Sailor?
Aye.
All right.
She gives a lazy salute.
Been a while,
It
huh?
was a little.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a very important question, Syl'sae. Were you a thief? As a pirate? Are you doing that type of thing?
I'm gonna say yes, but if one asked her, her reasoning would be a little bit more gray than just snatching stuff for fun.
Of course. Nah, this is more for me because I don't know.
Yeah, she did a bit of Robin Hooding.
Understood. Something it's just something that sailors don't ask about. But that's just for me to know about. Yeah, it's okay. It's not really gonna bite you in the ass. I'm pretty sure you're fine.
I hope not. I don't like being bitten in the ass. If you're gonna bite, you gotta come at me from the front.
Oh no!
Can't believe
Sweet
Syl'sae
Lord.
drove up the
Not
come at me, dude.
Not the front butt. All right, here we go. All right. So he says that. So, well, Luca pours himself an orange juice, and then he pours you one. So why are you here? Slides.
I liked the raucous life. It was a good time. Sadly, most of my crewmates were a little bit more linked to shorter time than I. So our adventures came to an end because they got old and they couldn't do it anymore. I have my strengths. They covered my weaknesses, and on the sea, I don't know anyone else who could do that for me. So, after trying for a little while to do a bit of the old work, take from the thieves, give to the poor, give to the stolen from, bit of a lost and found on my own, which was basically impossible. I got fed up and headed for land.
A feeling that, well, I'm very familiar with, but that wasn't the question. Wisdom saving throw now.
There's no way I can give her guidance on this.
Absolutely not, because you are in a you're in a place of your own, reminiscing.
Isn't guidance only for checks as well?
Ah, yes.
I think it checked for
If
my
you never
aura or
make the
something.
save,
Not bad.
we don't have to move forward. So just never roll.
I don't think it worked just now. Something might have broken in it. I think it's tried to check for my aura, but it failed somewhere.
Your aura?
Yeah, the paladin aura. It might have been trying to do the math for it.
At level
but
1?
It probably didn't find it. Yeah, that's my point. I don't know. Because it said unknown macro aura check.
Oh no
at
no no
live
no no
test.
no! That's my fault. That's my fault. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot. It's on this campaign. It doesn't work. All right. Roll me a d20.
Okay. 18.
Nice. You're good. All right. Luca tries to frighten you,
Oh my god.
Oh shoot!
but you can see that he's frightening you as he begins oozing with bloodlust.
Easy.
And he says
Easy.
it in a patient voice. The only one I don't know about is you. It seems amongst those three, perhaps you might be the most dangerous person here.
Maybe, but I don't mean any harm. The only bad things I did was for the sake of others. At least I tried to.
That
anyway.
sounds like something the Emperor would say.
She like open mouths a little bit, like maybe.
He gets up from sitting down and he says that I'll be keeping an eye on you. As for your friend
Please
over there,
do.
I realize you are looking like you're about to start crying. Perhaps an orange juice for you too.
He will slide 2 silver across with his head still in the scarf.
He waves and pushes the 2 silver back. It's all right. You better save that for, well, when you gotta buy lodging for tonight.
That's true. We should look into that for later.
Well, we have a couple of empty rooms since we're expanding now.
Ooh. That sounds like good news to me. I like that. I like hearing about expanding with people's businesses.
It's about at this time you have finished your orange picking. It was significantly difficult because the one who was the fastest was asleep the whole time.
Yes.
It was difficult, but Pina is not breaking a sweat. She seems to be doing this her whole life, but it seems that raising your hands above your head several times seems to be a task that not a lot of people do all the time. Zaloog, it still was a little difficult, but you're doing fine after you notice that there were ladders for you all to use to get the ones at the top. Ooh, that was a very good workout. Well, would you like to come in for some juice or perhaps some tea? Or I'll be making an orange cake in a bit.
That sounds lovely. My shoulders are killing me. Oh,
That does sound nice.
Peanut, I have a question for you. How are their oranges growing currently? I mean, we just picked hundreds, I believe.
Well, I don't know. I'm only the farmer. Well, my husband planted these things a long time ago, but I don't know where he got them. Maybe the rift, I don't know. It sure explains a lot of things. But I sure wish we got some mangoes instead of just some oranges. Oh.
Says that. She's gonna try wake him up again, but it seems to just not straight up work.
Oh, he must be very tired from farming the first half. Well, come along. Ugh, ooh.
And she's gonna sit down nicely on a stool. And says that,
Well, what would you like to know?
Zaloog, may I lean on you for a moment? I just need to catch my breath.
Sure, here you go.
Do you have a moist towelette? I'm quite soaked.
Oh, yes, we do. Here, come.
she's gonna get a nice bucket filled with spring water from above the lake. Upstream, excuse me, not above the lake. Upstream.
While she's not looking, Charlie prestidigitates each armpit to dry them out.
Oh, wow, very good. It seems that perhaps you shouldn't prestidigitate yourself, for you do not smell bad, but someone certainly does. The man sleeping on the floor, that is.
Oh, that's fine. As long as it's not me.
No, you're fine. I believe that Charlie is one of those people that sweat and nothing bad happens to them.
Yes, it's like he's had his sweat glands replaced with like
Angel tears.
oil. Yeah, angel tears.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
Well, what would you like to know? Well, feel free to ask me anything. I know a lot of things. I like keeping secrets, you see.
I do have a question.
Oh, yes.
Earlier,
Hmm?
you said that everything has a price.
Oh, yes, of course.
A man said the same thing to me once long ago.
Oh. Well, it's a common saying. Everything does have a price. You can't do anything for free. Oh.
It's true.
Hmm.
Do you know what yours is?
Well, yes, you've helped me pick up all these oranges, so I'm happy to help you.
Very good.
I wouldn't ask for anything as simple as gold. I don't give a damn about any gold.
Well, why not? Gold can get you anything.
I have more than enough. I'm happy to live in my retirement here, getting oranges for the nice people of this town.
Well, we could have a philosophical discussion about that all day and what true wealth really is, but of course, we do have our...
Oh, no. I'm very rich. Life is fine, doing work like this.
How rich?
Oh, I don't like to brag about it, but we are doing well.
You're doing more than well if you tell people that you're doing well.
Oh, no. Well, our husband was quite a very good man, and he learned how to save quite well. So that's why we're doing quite well, our son and I.
Well, that's very good. It's excellent to keep yourself comfortable, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Zaloog and I will have to depart shortly to get some practice casts in, I believe.
Well, you still need to ask your question.
It's true.
You
I was going
can
to
ask me as many as you'd like. I don't mind. I'm resting. This old woman needs to sit down. Huh.
We did have sort of run-in earlier with a few fellows that...
Oh.
Well, things may have turned out badly if Luca wasn't there. Bless his heart. He seems like quite the man of integrity, ready to keep the peace. I was just wondering if there's any trouble like that happens often. Is there anyone that comes in, stirs things up, and
Oh, yes,
just
but
makes
most likely they are banished long before anything happens. Most likely by Eliza, but, well, bless their soul, they most likely get teleported far away, or we throw them to Sherlock, that terrible place. Well, usually we just leave them on the road, or throw them out if they get drunk enough, or... I don't think Lucas had to kill anyone in a long time, so that's a good thing. Save for all those goblins the month ago, but, you know, it's okay.
Well, let me ask you a follow-up then.
Oh, yes.
That missing statue in the river. We spotted it when we were looking for fishing
Oh,
spots. Did
yes,
that
yes, we remember that.
Was there any people that came through did that?
Oh, no,
got
that
banished?
was a lightning strike. It was a terrible storm.
That doesn't seem like a great omen.
Oh, no, it's terrible. Those statues were very beautiful. Can't remember who made them. My husband and Isaac commissioned them, so he'd have the answer. But, we do remember that, well, it was just very strange that it would attack a statue, you know? Oh, perhaps Voden's not on our side that day. Oh.
Perhaps. Zaloog, you put in quite the same amount at least, if not more, of sweat equity into this
Oh,
endeavor.
please ask as many questions as you'd like. I like talking. This old woman gets very lonely, you see.
What do you think, Zaloog?
I think we should just get to the point.
Oh, perhaps you have
Please.
some nice spice and secrets.
Not really.
Oh,
So, have you seen any groups come by in town recently?
oh, well, hundreds. That's a very broad question. But, well, all the traffic started picking up a month ago when the roads were cleared, so we're very happy about that.
You mentioned earlier a lot of the groups that causes troubles get banished. Has there been any group like that recently?
Oh, yes, several. They were just drunk and terrible. They were just, well, roguish fiends and whatnot, but not anyone that was really dangerous. They were just stupid. You know, people make stupid decisions when they're drunk. But I don't think anyone really was truly bad, except for those three over there. Are you looking for someone?
Just trying to make sure my fishing trip isn't ruined.
Deception, go.
Both of us?
No, just Zaloog. Well, you can help out.
Okay, I'm gonna inspiration that.
Go
I
ahead.
would love that.
Taste my pain.
That's better.
Hey!
All right, you may help out, Charlie. I hope it's enough for what I am going to do to all of you. Because I get to do this with advantage.
I think I'm gonna use my inspiration too.
Go ahead. I get advantage on
Okay.
this, though.
I know. Yeah, no!
No, unfortunate.
Oh. Oh.
As far as you can tell, this old woman seems to be packing a lot more heat than
Oh no!
the one she normally has. All right.
Whew,
She says that. She says that.
Well, my price is very simple, since you asked earlier. So long as you don't lie to me, I will tell you everything. I'm always happy to chat with people, but not people who deceive me.
Unfortunate.
There's no fishing tournament, is there?
Of course not.
Billow would have kicked all of your asses if you did. Oh, good lord, of course I should have known. Oh, but I didn't suspect it. Listen, you all seem like very good dears, but lying won't get you very far in life. We're all happy to help you in this town. If you
And we would
like to
love your
ask
help.
something, well, I know you're perhaps on edge, but there's no need to be afraid, dearie. This old woman does have very good eyes and ears, and a steady body, but if you need anything, please, let me help you. That's what this town was made for. We're here to help people.
Yes. It's quite unfortunate, but I should be going.
Yes, but you are looking for someone.
I'm afraid I cannot say.
You are not oath-bound like the other group, by the way.
Hmm?
You're not
Oh
oath-bound.
yeah, we're not.
by the other
We
group.
got that slip of paper, correct?
Yeah.
That said we can't let anyone know what we're doing.
No, but the guild doesn't have to find out. So
Yeah.
it's okay. You're not going to be immortally punished. So let that be known. It's a piece of paper.
Punish myself.
Oh, yes, very good.
I'm gonna go flagellate after this session if I let it slip.
Jesus Christ. Oh God, take it. Jesus Christ. All right.
That's a +1 for real life RP. Thank you.
Jeez. All right. So Pina looks at the both of you, and both of you seem to have like really shitty smiles or faces of desperation. Like you actually have the suffer face on right now.
Yeah.
Both of you. As you both suffer, looking at Pina, she goes, "Oh, dear."
Well, Zaloog, you want to get to the point?
I think you're better at this.
And be like, well, please, dearie, I'd like to hear from you. You know, my husband was an orc like you.
Well, I mean, I've already asked the question. We're just looking for a group of people.
Well,
That really is it.
I could tell you hundreds of names, but, well, what would you like to do with that information? Well, it's not of my concern, but I can tell you who came in and out.
Question for DM.
Yeah.
So in the mission description where it said are we looking for ones that recently arrived? Or is it...
The issue with the guild message is that it was not specific.
Yeah.
It seems that it just wants general knowledge. And Pina will happily give you all of that knowledge.
Okay. Well, if you've got good enough memory, we are looking for everyone.
Well,
Everyone and anyone. What they can do, what they look like, when they came through, when they left.
okay, well, it was about 2 months ago when it started. Well, the roads just seemed to close up because, well, someone on the roads just seemed to be blocking it. Later we discovered it was goblins and they were wearing strange clothes. They even all bore the symbol of the twin spears. It was kind of strange that all of them had force-resistant leather armor. For goblins, it's very strange, don't you think? Seemed quite orchestrated. So that was quite something, and they closed up all the roads to Polven. We don't know why they would do that, but it was orchestrated as far as I'm aware. And so we hired a couple of people to come. We put the banners around. Caprice went out, and then most recently there was a rumor that was spread that the fish in town were, well, a couple of hours up ahead, a 3-hour trek up, you'd be able to enter a place known as the Hollowed Marsh. If you enter the Hollowed Marsh, someone spread a false rumor. The false rumor was that there was beautiful fish and herbs there. The fish was true, of course, but it seems that the herbs had hallucinogenic properties and people were being murdered by the swamp because of it. There seemed to be what is known as, I believe, a wisp was in that swamp, and it was controlling the undead. It's a very strange matter, and matter of fact, my poor pill was missing for almost 2 weeks because they were lost in that marsh. The marsh is a very large place, and it's difficult to find your way through it. But luckily we had some very good help for some wonderful people. Well, that was the first group. What else would you like to know?
Some basic information about them would be nice. Like name, race.
Well, one of them was a tabaxi. The tabaxi, I believe their name was Rye. Like the bread. One of them was a woman like me. She was very wonderful. She was I think she was a drow woman. I think she had very fair skin, but I can't really tell. She was very beautiful, though, but her hair was wonderful. Oh, it was whimsical. I don't know what she was, though, but she wore very strange clothing, that's for sure, and she smoked a lot of, well, weed. You see those 2 plants behind Refuge? Those ones over there?
She's gonna point. These 2? So at this point, you notice two very large bushes of weed, like dank-ass cannabis, that's just growing behind it. She says that
She planted those herself. It was ridiculous. Other than that, there was a beautiful tattooed red woman, a fire genasi. Her name was Tiss, and she was very sassy, and she came with Garrick. Garrick Borea, of course, was a very rich man, an air genasi. Oh, both of them were beautiful, and they gave so much joy with the bird as well. There was a Luma that came around, and their name was Passerian. Now, Passerian the Luma was a beautiful bird person with very, very human hands. So it was a very strange situation, wasn't it? Yeah, they were a bard and they played wonderful music. It was a wonderful time. I wonder where they are. And of course, there was a very beautiful man.
Also, sorry, I lied. He was not an orc. I just realized. I'm looking at my notes right now. It says tiefling. All right, redaction.
Check on her.
Redaction. Pina's husband is a tiefling. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm going through the notes now.
She lied to you.
I'm sorry! Redacted. DM
was
failure.
lied to.
DM
Redacted.
failure. DM failure. All right. What if he was an orc tiefling? Oh. Oh, he was very sexy, though.
Workling?
Did you say a torkling? Ew.
A torkling?
Oh god. Oh god. A horned orc. A torque.
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 Workling.
Twerk. Twerk. Very good. They do have the biggest booties. All right. So her husband was a tiefling. My apologies.
He was an orc with 3 C's. Got it.
Sweet lord. All right. I've lost myself.
Sorry.
There was a wonderful man, but his body seemed a little bit failing. But he trained with Billow, and suddenly he became very strong upon drinking some potions. Their name was Lissa. Yes. Lissa was wonderful. Lissa was very kind, and she, spoke with Billow, and Billow's a very lonely man, and it seems that training someone finally, opened him up. And it seems to be, a very happy thing that Billow got a guest for once in his life. The blind man does not get very many. Good lord, there was, with Passerian, an airship came around, and it was wonderful. There's a man who came, a Triton man, who we realized was the prince. Oh, it was a wonderful scenario when the prince came and joined us. His name's Taco, and he was very sweet. And then, Pina begins holding back tears at this point. I don't know what happened to that boy.
What boy? Taco?
No, there was a dragonborn amongst them.
She's really she's actually crying at this point.
I think I was the last person that spoke with him. He asked me a very strange question that night before he left. He asked me what love was. And he ran away. He disappeared. Whatever happened to that boy? I hope he's doing his best. But
it's at this point you actually it's very obvious she's lying. You don't need to roll for it that he disappeared. This is the first lie she has said, as she begins twitching her hands and twiddling.
Pina, I believe
Yes.
truthfulness is a two-way street, yes?
Luca tells me he faded. And that's why I believe those men are over there. I think they're looking for them. But well, shall we go to happier things? There were. Oh, she rubs tears out of her eyes. There were 3 wonderful wizards that came along, and they're studying the herbs. They're still here in their home, but they don't want to talk about any of it. Gustavo was a air genasi wizard, and he was very aloof and very free and all of that. But after the marsh, it seemed that he seems to have matured quite a bit. But he's also taken up. Well, I think the cannabis is certainly helping him get through his problems, but we're trying to help him through that. Plum's the Earth Genasi wizard that's learning with them, and Plum's just doing his best with his partner Tita. And she's been a mess ever since. I don't think they want to go back home anytime soon now that they know that they're safe here. But, maybe they need to go back home to the wizarding school and give their reports and findings, but the 3 of them are still here. They came with a very interesting brass dragonborn woman. Her name's Grenadine. She's here as well. She rests in her own place. It's sometimes very loud there at night. She gets very freaky with her customers. You see, I believe they call her a dominatrix.
We may have heard that on the way in.
Oh, good lord. Well, oh, good lord. Of course you most likely heard it. Well, other than that, many people in this town tend to have sex. Oh, good lord. I for one, do not very feel that way. Well, Pillow here's not really my son. He's an adopted child. Other than that, they came with a very interesting Loxodon man. His name was Erwan. Erwan was a very beautiful man who was a cleric of hope. He was wonderful, that man, cleric of hope. And I believe that he and Ohm were best friends. If you ever do see Erwan again, make sure you don't tell him what I said about Ohm. I can't afford to break his heart. Erwan's gone through many troubles in his life, so I can't afford to, well, let any of that happen. There's a rabbit breeder named Ois who came along as well. Ois was... He's freaky. He sells magic stones, and then, well, Amon, the nightmare cleric who's coming to town with Chiron and Hilton. Well, the 3 of them bought his entire selection of stones, deeming them necessary. And, well, Ois called them suckers, but they believe, and they have divined with Cluedo, the oracle, who's returned recently, to go all through those things. There's also many more hundreds of adventurers. I could sit here for a long time. If you'd like to go through that. I can provide you a list, and then I will claim that. But you have achieved your goal. Alright. And she says that, and then it's already sundown. And she says, and that's it.
Peanut,
Yes?
thank you dearly.
Oh, well, of course I'd be most happy to help all of you out. Now, please.
She's going to get both of you a nice little, well, sack of oranges for you to all take with you.
Yo.
Yes. Get the scurvy out of here.
Thank you.
She says that.
Well, yes, but it's the least that I can do to at least keep you healthy on your journey. Now, Zaloog, yes? You shared your name?
Yes, that is my name.
Do you mind kicking that one awake? He won't feel it, but he'll just get a little scared.
Sure thing.
I can't kick him, but give him a kick. Give him a hefty one.
Attack him. I actually roll like one of your attack die. just to see how awake he is. Bonk.
Bonk.
All right, yep. The damage is enough, and he's like, good morning. He says that, good morning. Look at all the good work you've done. Look at all the oranges. Those are my bags. And he's looking at all the bags that he did, and then all the bags that you did are like over here, so it's completely filled. Says that, well, I'm glad I could help you, but you could put those two down, and we'll take the rest of these to. We'll take the rest of these to Luca, yes? And by take the rest of these to Luca, she's gonna throw one bag over the fence. And she keeps throwing them over the fence, and that's literally what it means to give them to Luca. Alright.
Where's Zaloog? While there's still sunlight? Shall we see if we can get a couple of bites at the river?
Sounds good to me.
Alright, both of you are going to go to the river. Alright, as for the two of you, you two. Alright. It seems that Pina missed out a couple of names, but it seems that Volnare, as another important piece of information which was revealed, Volnare hired most of those people to protect Volnare. And Volnare has since let them go because she has been moved into the protection of Luca. So Volnare is the reason why a lot of those people have entered this town, to protect her from something.
Sorry, I'm just kind of reading back through my notes real quick.
Yeah, it's fine. There's a lot, and so I apologize.
It's okay. It's also, since like I'm trying to like, we don't know this, but we. Yeah.
When you meet up, I'm gonna call it shared.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. All right, but in the meantime, it seems that Luca's wishing the best for all of you, but the person or the people to talk to next, most likely on your list, are either Cluedo, Billow, or the Three. Yeah, I choked, sorry. Or the Three.
I think the three might wait till we're all together.
They already know that. It seems that,
Oh god.
though a strange thing does happen. Hello. Also, I realized I was using the wrong thing, so I didn't use any voice changers because I was using them, but they weren't working last time, so I'm gonna leave it out for today, so instead we're gonna go all natural. Orion.
Let's
Go fishing.
May I speak to you, Orion?
Oh god.
I apologize for my colleagues, but it seems something must be done.
Sweats nervously.
I
I'm
mean,
going to say it
no
now.
harm.
If you hurt my friend, I'll kill you myself.
Don't think he means harm.
Luca's eyes go red and then they just kind of dim as he realizes that Amon's intentions. You're good, bud.
Yes.
He's not gonna do
No,
anything to you.
Just come here for no reason.
The one
I don't think I could have kept up with that.
The one in the ponytail, however, might not be so kind. Agreed, says Amon. Let's talk outside.
Good luck, Orion.
Thank you.
Wring out that handkerchief. You can still use it.
Come, take a seat. It seems that fate has brought us here once again, as the Dreamers.
Well, hello there, Fate.
Give me your hand.
Orion slowly and hesitantly puts his hand out.
Alright. Orion. You are a cleric, yes?
Correct.
Okay. This man is also a cleric. Alright, you get to make a religion check with advantage, depending on your prayer to Yulia.
So you want me to make a prayer to Yulia correct like now?
Sorry?
You'd like me to do a prayer to Yulia right now?
Yes, but he's going to guide you with it in the sense that he's going to tell you what he needs.
Mm-hmm.
I, too, am looking for someone.
And how can I help you with that?
Perhaps it seems we're looking for the same people. You do not know any of the information yet, but first he bows to you, and he holds your one hand in both of his, and he, well, pretty much plants his face on the table. I apologize for my peers. It was not very kind of them to do as such, although I myself am not kind. But it was unnecessary to do as such.
Orion's gonna bow back, and
I think I need to apologize. I shouldn't have felt the need to lie to you. You only came with good intentions, and I'm very sorry for doing so.
Lies and deceptions are ways and things that you can do to teach people, but it was unnecessary. As a result, I will continue to apologize, and I will also accept yours. One moment, please. Have to prepare something. Just in case this doesn't work. Or just in case this works. Alright. You're going to ask for Yulia's hand in guidance. You're going to ask for Yulia's hand in guidance, and I will ask for Javir's. Where the two of them come, Ishin will follow.
I can do that.
One moment, please. This is gonna take a while. Alright, in the meantime, you guys can share or talk amongst yourselves as I am preparing this.
And Charlie's not good at fishing.
Inspiration, if
He's
I
trying,
might.
but
very
Yeah,
good.
you know.
You may gain your inspiration.
yeah.
God damn.
I'm
I'm here looking at this lad.
Also, I'm just gonna like screenshot. I know it's not hard soft and something I can't grip it, and that's what
That's just really good stuff. That's super good. Man,
Can we each roll a d20 to see who catches the bigger fish?
do it. Oh man.
Alright, go ahead. By the will of the rolls, it shall be done.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll show that to chat. Just give me a second.
Oh,
very good.
God.
Very nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That
There's
is
only one thing that could have made that better.
Oh, nat 20.
Maybe if you didn't waste your nat 20s.
Oh, I wasted them in pregame chat. Oh, well.
Oh,
Oh,
dice
it's
know. The
so
dice
damn
know.
good.
That is fantastic.
Alright, depending on what's going to happen, I'm going to need to bring up a couple of things, so... Alright, this one's going to take a little bit.
Do I just lose my pole for a nat 1?
No, no. No, you're good.
He accidentally planted straight in the ground, cracking it in
I
half.
caught Zaloog. Got it right. in his
Actually,
ear.
wait. No, you wouldn't lose the rod. No.
Lose an arm. I
No.
gotcha.
Gonna do something
No,
else
no,
here.
no, no, no.
Lose your life.
No.
your whole leg, dude.
Your
Fishing
dignity.
does come down.
My dignity.
Hold on. Alright,
That's
stop
cool.
doing stuff if you guys are. Aptos is dying. No. Hold on.
I'm not.
Pause. Hold.
Can you
Hold.
just kill Charlie instead of taking his dignity? Because that's
I know.
This is entirety.
That's why it's even more. It's worse.
Dignity is all
Sorry.
he has, man.
It's not responding very well.
dignity and a trust fund he can't access. That's all.
It's sorry. This is a very large map.
Oh. Uh-oh.
That didn't just make me even more terrified.
Wait, hold on. You can't just drop lines like this is a very large map.
Oh yeah, you know this high-level Death Cleric just gonna take this beautiful tiny baby boy somewhere.
Amon's gonna jump into Orion like Neo did to Agent Smith. That's what's happening right now.
Please no.
Please no, God no.
Please no. Oh, no, please don't.
No, aha. You're so hot. Don't do it.
You're so evil. Don't do it. You held hands outside of refuge. JK, unless you wanted to kill me.
Lest?
I'm walking away with this and a dagger in my back. Don't worry.
Bear seek lest.
All right, it finally loaded.
Your hammer's got it in my hand.
All right, I think I have to prepare music for it as well.
Oh, frick.
It's very bad. Give me a second.
Ooh.
Just depending on what will happen, of course.
Yeah.
So wet.
Turn Orion into an eldritch abomination.
Oh, good lord.
Why? What?
What? I didn't say that.
Why? Please.
All gonna
Deception.
come full circle when he turns me into a fish and Zaloog catches me.
Wow. It really do be like that sometimes, huh?
Really do.
It's called poetry.
All right, this is gonna be crazy, so you have to give me a moment. Loading.
Anticipation climbing. I'm
The-
failing to rhyme.
The map will take a long time to load, so you'll have to forgive me.
That's fine.
No.
Mhm.
I did make it ahead of time just in case this would happen, though. I just have to find the files, that's all. So it's okay.
This is what you get for being so pure-ish.
Oh my god. This poor child who can't lie.
It's good. It's good. Maybe.
This is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Nah,
You
definitely.
know,
That's
he's
fine.
a death cleric. When I die, he can just bring me back if he really needs me.
That's true.
Do you fear death?
Meanwhile, you got the two people in chat chanting for my death.
Kill.
I'm confident.
Kill them now, Flab. Kill them.
Do it.
Kill them
Do it.
now.
And do it.
Iman looks at you while you're eating your food and he says,
Chew it.
Cheat.
Dude, I was so tempted to come in with like the worst accent, like freaking the slug lady from Monsters Inc. It was like I can make this completely.
You forgot to do your paperwork again.
Forgot to do your paperwork.
Well, Amon. It seems in the end you need my help.
I'm watching you, Mike Wazowski.
I'm
Always
watching.
watching.
So yeah, that's your character voice now?
Petition to change it.
Yep. I signed it already.
Just halfway through, he's just like,
I was lying about more than just what
I
we
may
do when
look-
you
I may look 14, but I'm over 1,000 years old.
he just takes off his face and he's actually that fucking bird from the fountain.
All right.
No, don't say alright.
It is ready. Yay.
Oh, it's not.
What is your body?
Be not afraid.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I'm not afraid. I'm terrified.
All right, hold on.
The fear of God is upon thee.
Oh, thank God. All right, here we go.
The fear of my God, I fear his little bit.
So as you go fishing, Charlie, Zaloog fishes out a fish.
Yes.
And it seems that Charlie gets the same one. And as Zaloog pulls the fish, he also pulls Charlie at the same time, brutally throwing him and brashing him into the river.
No.
No.
As it drags through, and Zaloog, who does not notice that Charlie is downstream at this point, also hooked on. I've got a big one.
No.
And you successfully get a medium-sized sea bass. At least it's a C plus. And well, not sea bass. Sorry, a trout. Sorry, a rainbow trout. And a high elf as well.
Don't do Animal Crossing quotes while I'm drowning.
And that's what goes on downstream. And now the important thing. All right, allow me to get the music.
You're too strong.
All right.
We all thought it was I who was going to die. Little did we know it was going to be Charlie.
You think the darkness is your ally? I was born in it, molded by it. I never saw the light until I was already a man. But by then it was blinding. Alright, hold on.
The Batman. I'm going to blow up a football stadium.
Oh, COVID. Hold on.
God.
COVID-19, I already have a mask. Where is this stupid song?
Character.
Sparks.
Mom.
Was being speaking anyway.
What do you need my God for?
I like listening to Visigoth on Arcadum streams.
Like 20 minutes.
Well, you see, I would like to listen to Visigoth too.
He is the dungeon master.
That's Skeletor.
Is it Remember Me? I think it is Remember Me. Or is it Departure?
Any Baners? Any Baners?
Oh, we're banning here.
Alright, there it is.
Anybody Baning?
We're banning in here. You cast Bane on Syl'sae.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. Yep, you're 40 feet over me.
Why? Why would you
Automatic.
cast Bane on me?
We're all Baning right
Because
now.
your beauty is the bane of my
Fish
wish.
I'm noodling.
Can't help it. Can't help it. But still,
I
it's
like that.
beautiful.
Alright, the music has changed.
Oh, crap.
No, okay.
Orion,
Yes.
with your hand, we may be able to solve things and save the world from its imminent destruction. An enemy lies ahead. One many people do not know that it exists. We must stop it before it rises again. But we can only do so with your assistance. As a follower of Yulia, and as a follower of Havir, perhaps only we can do this. But I will need to summon one more. But with your assistance, we can find the one they call. Hold on. He says a name in a language that you cannot speak. But first, the music's too epic. Let's just tone it down a little. All right. Orion, make a prayer of devotion to Yulia. Amon Cloud holds your hand, offering you guidance, literally, and other things as well. When you are ready,
Okay.
you may make the prayer. Take your time.
I think. Orion's gonna place his other hand on the hand that is being held, specifically on top of his broken ring, which is his church boon. And Yulia, as you've helped me many, many times before on my road to redemption, please, I ask you once more for your help and help save the world.
Something a little deeper is needed. Allow me to aid you in that. Your prayer and your belief will be remembered and taken into the words of Yulia. I, for one, will make a different prayer. Amon will speak. Havir, Lord of the Nightmare, grant me your wisdom, that we may find the one that may once again open the gate, so that we may all be saved from the danger that is to come. Let us find It's not working. Why won't you work? Why won't you work? All right, Ish. Make me a religion check with advantage.
Oh, that's a fatty natty right there.
Long have I waited for the crit.
Agreed to good.
Time to use it.
A very, very, very good prayer, Orion.
Thank you.
My turn.
I will also give him guidance.
Oh, why did that not work? Wait, what? Why did that not work? That's interesting that it didn't work. Let me try again. Wait, what the heck? Why is it only +2? Well, he rolled a 1 and a 12. His 12 gets +8, so he also gets 20. Both of you gain guidance, so roll a d4. Okay, I'm at 21. And you get 22, yeah?
I think so.
So 22 plus, just a d4, so square bracket, 1d4.
Oh, okay. That's how I use.
Actually, it's at the top of your, like, token, at 3, so you're gonna get a 25. That is the DC. Very good. Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
I'm gonna take you to a very important dimension. And I will summon you amongst the 3 dreamers.
Oh, I'm dying way over my head.
Oh, shoot. Just cleric things.
Typical Bailey. I think I did this last night too. It was a joke because dreaming.
I will move your tokens into this place. but when you land within this realm, you will immediately be surrounded by 3 giants. Can I, like, not drag them? Oh, good lord. When you're loaded, let me know. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure stream is getting a good look.
It's not loading anything for me right now.
Still in Polven.
Still in Polven? What about now?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
No, I'm still Tavern.
I know why. Ba.
Oop, now I'm loading.
Oh, loading.
I will bring you into the realm known as the Great Dream.
11 out of 12.
I'm literally pogging. I see it on stream too. Holy smokes.
I'm gonna test to see what this sounds like. Test.
Ooh.
Wow.
Very good.
Lord? Is that you?
I'm gonna test this one. No.
Satan?
Just like last
Hello. Good. Very good.
Let's get it.
All right. Let me know when you're in.
Still at 11 out of 12. That last cache is...
Yep. It's a massive
Yeah.
map.
Match is money.
So this map is massive. Why are there 2 Ishins?
as there should be.
Come on, Cash 12.
Come
Let's
on,
go.
man. Hook me up, bro. Give me that last one. Let's go.
For that last one.
I just need one more boss. Just one more. Come on. Just one more.
So this is where I lie and say I'm in, right? Feel better?
Cash 12. Paging Cash 12.
Eventually.
Please load.
Please.
Agreed.
Please.
load. I want to see the gods. Please.
You shouldn't have killed that second mission, man. You could have helped me.
He was
So
trying to
that's
give
how
us
we
the
die.
cash.
You could have helped me. Twitter.
The chat.
I'm like scared to look at chat just because I don't know if they know.
Don't look at
something
chat.
that I don't want to.
Don't look at chat. They're holding hands.
Ew.
Oh, God,
Ew.
I bet they're not even married yet. Disgusting.
Lou, dude. Ugh.
Get a room, you hussies.
Holding hands is for
My
horse.
room's still loading. This game.
So should we roll initiative or?
you
I don't think you guys are rolling it. Don't worry.
if you had to, you wouldn't get a chance.
I don't know. I got probably good dex score.
Listen, no.
I just need to get faster than them. That way I can run as fast as I can.
Yeah, I understand this one's gonna take a while, so take your time.
Zaloog, please
I've
also
loaded
kick.
Did anyone else finish loading this one? I'm still
Nope.
waiting.
It's a big one. Sorry, I apologize. If you want
Oh,
to,
no, less.
yeah,
I just feel bad because it's not loaded and I feel like it's taking up time.
no. It's
I know.
fine.
I'm still waiting myself. Don't worry.
It's okay.
Let me
I'll
see.
just stream
Oh,
to
I'm
you.
in.
Oh, never mind.
It's just me and Amon. What's up, buddy?
All right, you're in. You can see it.
Yeah,
Feels
it's
bad, man.
a big rock with me and Amon.
Yeah. All right, that means I can begin. Normally, when you enter the realm of the Great Dream, you wake up in the waters.
So cool.
As you feel your hand through the waters, as usual, as people once have before, because that's what they use to divinate, you look into the water and you see the largest mirror in the world, a reflection of the stars of a galaxy that you do not know. But instead, this time, all you feel is the embrace and the welcome spirit of your god standing behind you. Yulia stares at you and
Do you have tokens?
simply tilts their head to the side. Javier, although it is not representative of his body, Javier himself, the lord and the god of fear, is a mechanical worm that springs all around, the largest of the two, and descending, rising, and appearing all at the same time from different areas as it catches the light. Ishin comes into focus.
This had better be good.
I feel like there should be tokens, and that I'm probably not seeing.
Oh
we don't see
my.
The tokens.
Wow. That did not load for you all. Here we go.
That was cash 12.
Baba boom.
Holy crap.
Baba boy.
See if we can sick
Boom.
handout.
Oh god.
I'm gonna big.
Alright, I'll do it again.
This had better be good.
Why do you bring us here? And Yulia, in the silence, simply unfolds and unfurls their arms from the sashes that covers their body, and simply points at Amon Cloud. Thank you, Orion.
My pleasure.
Now come with me.
Okay.
This would not be the first time that I have spoken to the gods, but I did need one of you in order to find the person we need. Your body moves itself.
Wonderful.
Behind Amon, he seems to be supported as a giant mechanical worm looms over him, looping its body forwards and back. You can hear the mechanical whirs and ichor dripping from their body. You are in the presence of the three dreamers, the gods of creation itself. With your 25, Amon will ask a question, and you will also be given a question. You will also be given a question that you will receive the answer to. Be not afraid. We are here to listen to you and answer what you need.
Ways the be not afraid. Why fear it, Ishin?
I will not fight you, brother. Javier shrugs it off. And he simply gazes at Yulia, who, although their head is completely covered at this point, and I will at least show stream. Oh, one moment, please. Sorry.
You're good.
Hold on. Important.
You're good. Any ideas? Like, if you guys want to pitch in what I might should ask?
We're not there. Good luck. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
but like, I don't know if I should ask, because like now I'm curious about like what's going on with this enemy, so maybe I should just ask that. But I want Iman to ask his first, because maybe he might ask something similar.
What's the
'Cause
best fishing spots in Polven?
Yeah,
Oh yes, they're
that's that.
easy.
Yeah. What
Easy
kind of bait
moment
do
of-
you?
I have no earthly clue what I could offer for that. None
Without
whatsoever.
hesitation, Orion remembers Zaloog and asks for the best fishing spots for him.
Good luck. I don't.
I think I'm just gonna wait for Iman and then ask about this enemy.
What'd you get for playing a cleric?
See, look at this guy. I can't believe you played a cleric, dude. See? This is what happens.
This is what happens. You have to ask questions.
Just gonna sit in this corner over here and
Aren't you guys
Reroll
playing
the-
paladins, which is like literally one step away from cleric?
Yeah, clerics are flipping nerds about it though. Paladins are
Yeah,
just like
whatever. We're the jocks, dude.
yeah.
Duh. Did you
We don't
have
go
you
to the-
seen
we
my
don't go to the
strength?
church. We don't go to youth group like clerics do.
Freaking nerds.
We just show
Heck
up when our
outta here.
parents tell us.
Syl'sae, you're going to the badminton practice today.
having high school flashbacks all over again.
Oh god.
Mommy, I don't want to go golfing. I want to go sailing.
That's exactly it. Oh my god, how'd you know?
Yes, he too is an oracle.
Oh my god, dude.
When Cloud started talking to Orion, I thought he was going to ask for his mother's maiden name. Last four numbers on his credit card.
What are the 3 numbers on the back of your debit card?
What's your date of birth? You know,
What
just
is the
general
zip
stuff.
code of your
The first
debit
dog
card?
you own. What town did you grow up in? Mother, you know, just simple stuff.
Please verify that you're not a robot.
We need it in order to save the world from the enemy.
Pick all the pictures with car.
Click all the pictures with a god in it.
Escape gotchas in D&D, goddamn.
That's what happens when you handhold.
it. Oh
man.
no.
This is,
I'm the hypocrite for judging other people for hand holding, and then I did it.
That's the gross thing about clerics is they'll like they'll talk about no handholding and then they'll go do it outside a bar. Disgusting.
God damn it, dude.
During this pandemic, you guys are just gonna hold hands with gloves? What the heck?
Ugh. You need protection for that sort of thing, and you shouldn't be doing it in public in the first place. Everyone saw it, even the gods. That's why we're here now. They're like, dude, what
It's
the hell?
nighttime. We heard you was holding hands. Get in here.
That's why we're actually here.
Stop watching Orion for 1 second. He's talking to gods now.
It's this is all my fault, isn't it? Should have let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have walked outside.
Nah, bro.
You should have held hands with them on. You're too busy
Let
thinking
the
about holding
Yo,
it
don't
in
tempt
Pluto.
me.
Take me away.
Yo, as soon as Syl'sae walked in, she was like, I want that. Those three over there, I want them all.
I want them all.
I'll
I
put him
want
in a good
interlock
mood for you.
fingers. in
God
those
damn.
boys.
Hell yeah.
Ugh, ugh. I can't even.
Yes,
that's
Miss Julia,
too
for
gross
my
to
only
think
question,
about.
can you make a Iman love my friend?
Yo. Let's go.
He needs an oracle when I can just ask a god if you're gonna get laid.
True.
It's true.
True.
That's a
You should
worthy
ask something.
question. I don't suggest that you ask it, but it's a worthy question.
I mean, worst case scenario, I die.
Worst case scenario, you get the answer.
True.
Roll the 25.
These gods won't smite you.
Nah,
Yeah, not at all.
just some playful,
Definitely not. You should ask
kill
them if you're
me,
allowed
erase
to,
me from the dead, kill me again,
ask
play
if you can get
volleyball with my
Javier.
horse. Ask him what?
If you can get Javier as a mount.
Yo.
You think it
Mom,
costs
can I
more?
have it?
Does it cost
Mom.
more?
Mom,
than
please,
God?
can I have it?
That mount.
I want it.
I don't want any mechanical worm, Daddy. I want that one.
Pay $30 for it. Don't worry, I'll buy
Get
it.
you a mechanical worm later. No, Daddy.
Where's the pay to win in this game? Is he in the shop yet?
It's
Cash up,
DLC
please.
log.
Oh, what the heck, dude? What do you mean it's not New Game Plus locked?
Seller. In the market, but everyone's selling him for like 3 billion platinum.
3 billion platinum. I would sell him. I would potentially consider selling him for 3 billion. Electrum.
I got a nickel.
Please leave the store, sir.
It just gets kicked and then vanishes out of the drain. Just a little sign with my face saying no entry.
Thump. No entry.
You're okay.
No worries.
It's all gravy.
Hey,
Oh,
congratulations.
yes.
Nice.
Interrupt all the time for that.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Yeah, so
Okay.
hopefully
Hell
I
yeah.
can at least bring in money. So
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
good. All right,
Yeah,
let's
man.
continue with the shit that I am good at for the moment. All right, Orion, you've had plenty of time to think about your question. Amon's had time to think about his question.
I'll happily let him on go first.
All right. With your powers, I need to locate one person. With their assistance, or whatever it would need, we will need a sacrifice of sorts. Of time, perhaps not of their death. I'm not too sure how it works. So, Orion, I will ask my question, but would you like to share your question with me? Before you go ahead.
Currently, I'm considering about this enemy you were talking about and what information we can learn of them.
Ooh, boy.
Oh gosh.
And that is how I died.
I can see your fear, Orion. Perhaps you'd want to know about a different kind of enemy. Plaguing the thing that perhaps took your parents away.
Some things are better not known,
Javier. Orion, whatever question you ask, do what is best within your interest.
But wouldn't you like to know the answers to all?
You're confronted at a crossroads, and you will be given a powerful boon. Yulia will rest her hand upon your shoulder. All your fear, doubt, worries, strife, pain, and suffering disappear. For you remember that the path forward should not be influenced by a decision made from others, but one determined by yourself. Yulia is one that does not speak, but she does give you a smile. And you know from that smile that whatever it is you ask, it is up to you. And then Amon's gonna be a dipshit. If your family perhaps died to something, or were lost to something, perhaps it may be the enemy that comes from the stars. But the enemy we face is not one from the stars, but one from long ago that rests in the deep. If you ask about the enemy, you may choose. There are several in the world. Please go first.
I would like to know what happened to my family.
Monstrosities that I would not even dream of creating. Beings from a realm long forgotten. They crave things that they cannot have. Time has been slipping.
We are doing our best to make sure that we are preparing everyone for it. But the enemy we seek hungers. It comes from the stars. Gaze upon this.
Ishin will open up a portal, revealing your constellations in the sky that you grew up and see every night. Sometimes early in the morning as you gaze, you see the things, and Ishin shows you your night sky, and upon your night sky, within the world of Ayuden, there is a maelstrom. There is a nebula that is passing by. This nebula grows. And it's beautiful to look at in the night sky, and it's something that's amazing for everyone in Dalaran to see every night. But there's something more to it.
That is where the enemy will come from, where the enemy hides. It seems, in your absence, your family were consumed, were destroyed in the path, wiped away by eternity itself.
Orion just kind of falls to his knees.
Congratulations, Orion. You have identified the enemy of Ayuden.
Holy crap.
The enemy of Ayuden is eternity. Alright. Amon will now ask another question. There are easier ways to do this, but I believe the best way and the things that I can do will be this. Now that you've identified an enemy that not even I was aware of, by every right we need to open the gate. Yulia, where is the one they call Hylan? Yulia will pass Amon a compass made of obsidian, and within the cracks of the stone is poured in argentum, the brightest material. And as Amon opens it, a gyroscopic compass opens. It flickers everywhere, and it points the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. I promise I will not hurt him. But we do need him. Now more than ever. The other two will try to kill us when we arrive back, Orion. Orion, will it be safe if I can take you somewhere safe with me, and you not return home?
If you believe it to be best, I trust you.
Javier.
Yes, Amon.
Please, take us away, my lord.
Just this once.
Javier will now stand up, begin whirling, and he will strike down upon the both of you.
Yeah.
Syl'sae, you stare at the window, and your friend is gone. And as the two of you fishing by the lake, by the river, where are the two of you? Oh, you're still up there.
There's still I think.
I'm gonna take both of you about. As the both of you are fishing just about here-ish, you see these two men begin running immediately up and trying to get to refuge.
That seems like it's not good.
Yeah, it definitely does not seem good.
We should go.
Syl'sae, you look out
I
the
agree
window
with
and
that.
you see these two men. One with hair now rising like a mane. No weapons drawn, but it seems that something has bothered him. And the other one now, Hilton. No weapons drawn, but his hands are out of his pockets for the first time. Looks like we missed them.
It would appear that way. We
River
must
boys
go.
come running.
Agreed.
Both of them are going to leave Polven. All right. So at this point, I'll now resolve things as they both walk out of Polven. All right, Syl'sae, you must have questions.
What? Luca. What? What?
What?
Orion is gone.
All right.
Orion is gone.
Okay. Maybe he just went to the toilet or something.
Amon is gone.
Okay, well, good riddance.
If they're both gone, maybe Amon took my new friend.
That's not possible. I would know if blood was drawn nearby.
Kidnapping isn't necessarily a situation where blood needs to be drawn. I'm sure you know that.
Orion's heartbeat never shifted, but he seems to have walked away.
Where would he go?
That one I can't answer, but it doesn't seem like anything bad happened. Your heart is the most thing that's unsteady, and that's what I'm a little concerned about.
Orion can barely hold himself together. Have you seen that boy?
Wherever Amon goes, I'm sure he's in good hands. But, wait, hold on. Hey! What? What do you want? Yes, what do you want? Where's your friend? Luca, at this point, hobbling on, still with his shaker in hand, seems to be a little antsy as he leans against the flagpole. Going so soon? They do not reply to that, and so they simply leave.
Syl'sae, did something happen? We were fishing and we saw them come running.
Amon came to speak with Orion. They were out there for just a little while. I turned my back, and when I turned back around, they were gone, both of them. Those two are without Amon, so they don't seem to know exactly what's happened to either of them. But now we don't know where Orion or Amon is either.
All right. Let's just come in and maybe they'll arrive sometime soon. Come inside.
For all we know, they could be. I don't know.
Syl'sae, we have all the information that we need. But I don't like leaving without Orion.
She was gonna say something harsh to you, but her look softens. Work. At least one of us is, or two of us are doing our jobs properly.
All right, Orion. You get to leave one message with one of these players before you leave. Entirely.
Okay.
So you get to have 10 words that you can give any one of these people. And it will appear as writing in front of them. You alright? Ish?
Yeah, I was typing it up to myself
okay,
just to make sure I got the character count right.
Okay. Alright, you can post it in the chat. There you go. Alright. Syl, a spectral message appears in front of you, marking itself as an orange light spreads in front of you. A message has appeared. Syl, something important has happened. Go one without me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Crap.
You butterfingers.
All right.
Where are you?
And it seems that this is where we end our session. All right. Good job, everyone. All right, let's resolve a couple of things. All right.
Dang it.
Orion, you will still have control of your character, but you are going to appear in a later mission. Should you wish to still use your character, you may still do so. But otherwise, you are now being given into the safety of the Order of Sealing.
Okay, then.
All right.
I just got swept up, bro.
Yeah, you were swallowed by a large mechanical worm. Smile. All right. So
Yes.
I'll resolve a couple of things. First off, depending on all of your reports, so all of you will write reports. Otherwise, depending upon the degree of your reports, if you give me all those names essentially, and specifically what you learned about other people in this village, for example, this town, for example, I will be able to grant you extra boons depending on how well you write. Orion, you are exempt.
Yay. Passed the test.
Yeah.
I failed my mission, but I passed the test.
He skipped the grade.
Damn, you got out of homework.
You did skip a grade. All right, Orion.
He's gonna do all the work in the group project. Come on.
Ish, I will share a little bit of separate things with you.
All
right. That would not have worked if you didn't roll a nat 20. So, good job.
Oh my gosh.
Very fortunate.
Very fortunate. Very, very good. All right. Yeah. If no nat 20, then none of that would have happened. All right. Sick.
And guidance. Like, that actually carried to that 3.
Yeah, of course. But, yeah, I think it was going to happen regardless. All right. Sick. Now, all of you will be, except for Orion, will level up. So congratulations, all of you will now be level 2, and I will grant you all 200 gold pieces.
Nice.
All right. Ryan, you do not get that.
Yeah, I kind of assumed.
Yeah. You don't get gold, but I will give you a couple of other things. So don't you worry.
You actually V level, so you're a little -2.
Sweet lord.
Sorry.
Active.
Instead,
and your life is on the line.
Instead, Orion gets
Now-
death.
You are now an earthworm.
Remember whenever he said sacrifice? Well,
Yikers.
Aye. All right. So
Awesome.
reflect it in your character
But my
sheets
friend.
and grab your new stuff. So y'all will be level 2 now. So please level that up, and then I will change and reflect that on your tokens.
Awesome.
Other than that, we do have one wonderful piece of fan art. Yay!
It's really
Yay.
good.
Let me get it. Oh, sweet lord! Of course, that's the fan art.
It's really good.
Thanks, Rice. Yes. Hand holding.
Disgusting.
Ah.
You're not allowed to show
Orion
that
is
on
not
Twitch,
that
actually.
small, right?
Good
no.
enough.
No, he is not, but it's hilarious.
This is perfect.
Very good.
TOS. Disgusting.
Monka TOS. This is a questionable picture. Yes, thank you, Granny.
it'll be fine.
Oh, sweet lord.
Awesome work, Granny. Very nice.
That's awesome.
I love it.
All right. So thank you very much, Rice, for this beautiful, beautiful art. Just cleric things. Delicious, delicious. All right. Ish. Thanks for gifting a sub to iSauce. I appreciate that. Alrighty. Sick as heck. Alright. That's gonna be that. In the meantime, that shopping list, I am going to have to share that with more people, so I'm just gonna copy a link. Ish! How dare you? Thank you very much. It's not pay to win.
He's trying to get
Please,
Orion out.
Ish,
24
he's-
gifted
let-
subs in a row.
let me
Not
leave.
doing my character.
Let me leave. Let me leave. Thank you
Keep
very
giving him
much.
subs, he can't leave.
Oh no. Alright. Sick as. Alright, so Charlie, you'll now go to level 2. Tam, you'll go to level 2. And Syl'sae will now also be level 2. Ish, I will resolve things for you separately. And that'll be some good fun. Alright, 2 more songs, I think. Oh, thank God, it's it. Alright. Oh God, there is 2 more. Okay. Ah, yes. Good, I love. Thank you very much. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed playing. We finished a lot faster than I thought we would. So, that's a good thing.
It was fun.
Alright. The next missions will open up soon, and hopefully they will be ones that you guys like, because it will be PvP oriented.
Oh.
So should you wish to draw arms against your fellow players and perhaps cleanse the world of magic casters, that will be a possibility.
Oh my god.
Alright. So that's gonna
Paladin,
be
squad up.
all the paladins are in America.
Yeah.
America.
That's right, brother.
Oh
We little
no.
lord over here.
Alright.
Be in Claire's world.
Actually,
Oh, good lord.
I'm in America's
Hat. Yes.
Mhm.
Very good. Very, very, very good. Alright.
Paladins or Kekona, you heard it.
All right. Thank you guys so much for that. And if you guys have any questions, I'll just end stream. So we'll just be able to talk separately. Thanks everyone for joining us. That was Ayud and any percent. 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yo, speed run, dude.
Well, actually, no,
Yeah.
that's 2 sessions. All right.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
2
want,
sessions,
if you
but
want to
whatever.
reflect it in your sheets, you will be granted 2 MV. So that means you're level 1. Nice. All right, level 1. You guys got 200 gold, and I will give you 3 petals immediately for all of your valiant efforts. However, depending on your written reports as well, so I urge you guys to work together. If you want to submit a joint report, that's going to be fine. Yeah, and that'll be all good.
So who's gonna do the project by himself?
Well, Ish was going to,
Obviously
but
me.
It's
Sent
unfortunately,
you guys a letter from
it's
hell. Don't
unfortunately
worry.
going to have to be the one that was dragged through the river by Zaloog. All right. All right, sick. They didn't find us, right? I'm not gonna answer that, Grady. All right, sick. All right, good job, everyone. Alrighty. Now, is that a new John Silva emote?
yeah.
No,
that's
it's
the
a tier 3. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
I love it.
It's so good. All right.
Alex is good shit.
All right. Bet. All right. I'm gonna end stream. Thanks all for coming, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye, viewers.
Bye bye.